Because we have the luxury of making shorter videos since the NHL is coming back, here's a quick Hut gameplay. It's fast enough that I can actually use it in a short video like this. All the other videos with Hut gameplay are from like weeks before, but this one is actually pretty current. Today we're talking about the Vancouver Canucks. And don't worry, if you're looking for more Canucks talk, hey, just wait until the end of the night where we're going to recap what happens with the Oilers game, because the Canucks are actually playing today, and I'm so happy to say that, man. But today we're talking about the trade rumors that were discussed yesterday on Insider Trading by Darren Dreger. Here's the quote here from NHL Watcher. According to Darren Dreger, the Vancouver Canucks are curious about Höglander as a top six winger. They've liked what they have seen in camp. But can he maintain that role over the course of a season? Jim Benning is definitely looking at the market and hunting for a top six forward. Darren Dreger later that day went on to TSN 1040 in Vancouver and said that he thinks Benning is going to add a top six winger. So that's our discussion today. Are the Vancouver Canucks going to go out there sometime during this season and make a trade to acquire somebody else from another team? If that's a Canadian team, then who knows if there's a quarantine going on. If that's from an American team, then okay, there's going to be a quarantine that will have to suffice as well. We've known that trades in the 2021 season, because of the circumstances of the world, safety protocols in the NHL and the league as a whole, it makes trades a lot more difficult than they were before during the offseason. The offseason, it was fine. Nobody was playing. We weren't having players coming in and out of camp, etc. No taxi squads, no nothing. The offseason was okay, but now that the NHL is up and in action, things are a little bit different. This is what Elliotte Friedman said yesterday on Sportsnet 650, mostly talking about the idea of acquiring a guy. If you're the Vancouver Canucks, you're looking at this group and saying, this is our team. For argument's sake, let's say you make a trade right now. He's not playing for you for 14 days. Any player is missing 8 games. It's not the deal. It's when the guy is showing up to play. Now, the 14 days thing, that indeed is something that we've come to expect with this whole, lockdown, quarantine, self-isolation period. Jordy Ben and JT Miller are both doing that process right now, at least according to what Matt Sakaris tweeted out the other day. But that is indeed a big part to consider. The fact that this team is in a position where if they want to acquire a guy, hey, they have to wait 2 weeks for him to play. So is there an added layer of uncertainty that arises if you're trying to make a trade? If you're taking a look at your roster and saying, Nils Höglander, man, you're good, but we've already played a month into the season and you're just not showing us results that we want to see out of you. We have to trade for a top six forward. Is that something that you expect? Now, let's say Höglander does what Höglander people predict him to do, and that's a little bit more on the conservative side. Let's say Höglander is fine. He is okay. He is not super amazing. He fits well. Is there still a need to go out there and trade for a top six winger? It'll depend on the circumstances, I guess, because the top six of Miller, Petey, Besser, Höglander, Horvat, Pearson, in theory, sounds pretty good if you're going for a 56-game shortened season. So, will Darren Dreger's prediction come true? Who knows? Kind of feels like Elliotte Friedman's talk on the radio was a complete contradiction towards that idea, intentionally, by the way, but that's just my own personal belief on it. But yeah, we'll see how things go along as the season proceeds, but talk to me in the comments below what you think. We're going to make a post-game video for the Canucks, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.